my friends, Victoria here, and welcome back to the Reader's Couch podcast. Today, I want to talk about the Jane Austen books that have received a new controversial modern makeover. Now, just in case you missed the news, I shared more about this over on YouTube. So if you want to visually see the covers, I'd recommend you head on over to my YouTube channel at Biblio Lifestyle. But you can listen to the same conversation here on the podcast. Basically, I share more about the Penguin first impression editions that will be published under their children's imprint, Puffin. The whole goal is to target a younger audience by redesigning the covers with a more modern, neon-colored, illustrated style. Again, if you would like to visually see the covers as I talk more about them, head on over to YouTube. But in today's audio version, I will be sharing the pros and cons of their decision. I'll talk about the authors who are doing introductions for each new book, talk about the controversy surrounding it, the possibility of alienating traditional fans, and so much more. But I'd love to hear your opinions as well, so be sure to share your thoughts in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. But if you're listening to the podcast version, also leave your thoughts as well. Don't forget, if you want to join in on the conversation live, subscribe to my YouTube. I go live during the week, usually around 12 noon Eastern time, so 12 p.m. New York time, depending on where you are located in the world. And when you join live, you can share your comments in real time because I do read the comments as we go through different sections. And it's a great way to participate as well. All right, everyone, now onto the episode. Let's talk about the Penguin First Impression editions. Now, these are being published through the imprint Puffin. That's their children's imprint. And they are going to release a 6-book series of Jane Austen's major novels. They're going to be republishing them with these refreshed modern covers. And we're going to get introductions by popular romance writers. Now, the series is titled First Impressions, which I noticed immediately was a nod to the working title of what eventually became Pride and Prejudice. So, hey, look, I love the title, all right? But it's clear with these designs, it's designed to appeal to the book talk folks, younger generation. They're also trying to push this, again, through their children's imprint. So it's supposed to be for young adults. And they're also trying to get new romance readers and fans of modern romance aboard this new series. So I found it interesting because I went to the Penguin website, right? Because I wanted to present some facts to you all. So the information I will be sharing with you now is from penguin.co.uk. So they are pitching that they want readers to fall head over heels. That's a quote, head over heels, and escape modern dating woes by embracing the classic romanticism of Austen's works. All right, let me make the covers real big so you can see. So in these 6 novels, we're going to get some modern romance authors writing their forewords, right? So kind of like an introduction. So the introductions for Emma will be done by Tessa Bailey. Mansfield Park will be done by Krystal Marquis. Northanger Abbey will be introduced by Lauren Asher. Persuasion by Alexis Hall. Pride and Prejudice by Ali Hazelwood. And Sense and Sensibility will be introduced by Hannah Grace. All right, so those are the modern romance authors who will be introducing these titles. Let me get myself back up on screen here. So here's the thing, right? Because I want us to kind of have like a proper debate on this series. Okay, so I just presented the facts, right? These are the authors who will be doing the introductions. It's clear from the visual that these covers are modern, right? They're neon colored pastels, just a very modern style that kind of mirrors modern contemporary romance novel aesthetic, right? On the covers, they're emphasizing all like these meet cutes and, misconnections and everything. So they're using very modern language as opposed to like the traditional period images and period language that we're used to. Because again, they're trying to appeal to younger readers who are active on, online platforms and new romance readers. So now, this is where this is opinion based. This isn't anything that was on the penguin.co.uk website, right? I've been seeing lots of debates online about the pros and the cons. Obviously, the pros are that they want to attract new readers. They're saying by this fresh, modern look, it will attract younger readers. It might lower the barrier to entry. Maybe they'll feel classics are less intimidating. I see some of that argument as well. And it might be a gateway to them discovering Austen's wit and, just brilliance on the page and all the social commentary involved as well. They're also saying, hey, they are marketing and they're trying to innovate. That's another point. It's like a marketing innovation that by bringing the modern authors, right, by bringing the Tessa Bailey, the Lauren Asher, Alexis Hall, Ali Hazelwood, Hannah Grace, all these authors that modern contemporary romance readers know and love, then they're like, okay, maybe these are the people who will be the ones to kind of bring them in to the fold. And the only other positive thing I think is also coming from this is also conversation, right? Now we're talking about it. It's happening. So we're having conversation about Jane Austen again, bringing up cultural relevancy. And even if the covers are polarizing, hey, we are having debate. I mean, I'm talking about it here again for the second day because I just keep seeing more things and readers are messaging me their opinions. And you know what? I think it's also a very interesting thing to do. Let me know in the comments, like, how do you feel? Like, do you feel positive about these new covers? Let me know if you're watching live in the comments, but also replay crew. I'd love to hear from you as well on the new First Impression series by Penguin. But of course, with everything positive that's being said about the series, there are also some negative things. Lots of folks, and myself included, I really started to think, like, are they misrepresenting Austen's work? That is something top of line. Another thing is alienating traditional fans, especially folks who collect Austen and the different editions. I'm one of those fans for sure. And they're saying, hey, maybe you're going to alienate folks from this. But then I'm also thinking they want to attract new readers, not the folks who are diehards like myself. But they're also wondering about the cultural integrity. Like, are we ruining Austen? And then, of course, just misleading expectations, just, over commercializing books and all the things. Those are some of the arguments about it. So I'm just going to put up the cover one last time so you can get a good look at the new cover designs. And just to recap, the introductions, Emma will be done by Tessa Bailey. Krystal Marquis will be doing Mansfield Park. Northanger Abbey will be done by Lauren Asher. Persuasion by Alexis Hall. Pride and Prejudice, the introduction will be done by Ali Hazelwood. And Sense and Sensibility will be done by Hannah Grace. After the live, I will include links in the video's description so that you can go straight to penguin.co.uk to see more about the series. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I'm just going to end by saying, I hope it gets more people to read Austen. That is it. I'm trying my hardest not to be a purist, not to gatekeep, because that's also a point of concern. So I'm just going to say, you know what? I hope it works out. I think they'll look beautiful on bookshelves. But again, I'd love to hear your opinions.